So there is no, you are not, the Benin Kingdom and Igbo Kingdom, and Igbos cannot, there is no comparison, there is no competition, because Benin is a kingdom. The Igbo society is not a kingdom. It's a civilization that has a lot of kingdoms in it.
Kabiri no nudo. Kabiri no nudo. Kabiri no nudo.
One name okay is already laughable. Honestly, it is laughable. Or laughable because Gilanya Benin Kingdom. The question was, when did this Benin Kingdom, when was it established? No doubt about it, Benin is one of the first kingdoms established in West Africa. And not only that, Benin, I would say, is the greatest kingdom, according to history, that has existed around West African zone, or even Africa, if I'm not mistaken, with all due respect to them. But everything with a beginning. At what point was this kingdom established? So there is no, you are not, the Benin Kingdom and Igbo Kingdom, and Igbos cannot, there is no comparison, there is no competition, because Benin is a kingdom. The Igbo society is not a kingdom. It's a civilization that has a lot of kingdoms in it. They are not the same thing. Now, it is easy for Igbo people, some of them, to say that they come from Benin. I have had experience once. I was discussing with somebody from Owashi. And there was this elderly woman too. She's from Owashi as well too. Trying to convince us, myself and her own daughter inclusive, that actually that they came from Yoruba. Now the question is this. These people we are calling the Yoruba now, when was Yoruba established? There were indigenous people in those areas, yes, but when did they start hearing the name Yoruba? When did they unite individual communities or tribes and join them as one and call them Yoruba? These are the questions we should be asking ourselves. This is history. There are facts, there are evidences, there are times and dates that validates these stories. It's not like somebody call like it, Baggy call like it, Maga call like it. Things that has dates. The first Ogiso, before the Benin people started answering Oba, they were answering Ogiso, the rulers. The first Ogiso, when he died, and they replaced him with a second one, that was in 16 AD, just barely 2,000 years ago. And we are talking about an Igbo community that has celebrated Iriji for over 5,000 years. I'm not talking about when Igbo society began to exist. The Iriji festival has been celebrated over 5,000 years. You know, the problem we have is this. People always want to validate the existence of the Igbo community with the Iri kingdom that happened to be the last era among the 5 eras of the Igbo people before the white man interrupted. And that is why I keep saying that the Iri people has caused us more harm than good, because they came in around 900 AD. So a lot of people now think that the Igbos came from Iri. And if Igbos came from Iri, that means the Benin Kingdom was established before us. But we forgot that these people, all of us are the same. They came out from us. The kingdom came into existence when? Just about 1,100 years ago. And this is why an average Benima will tell you that they are older than the Igbos, because they are judging you based on the history or the existence of the Iri people, because he is claiming that they are Ishibo. As in how? As in what? I don't understand. Because somebody is busy playing politics with the true history of Igbo people. And we think that there is no consequences. We are demanding respect. For what? When we have our own people backstabbing us. Because you want to make yourself relevant. You now want to destroy everything that speaks of the facts about the existence of Igbo. We forgot that the iron pot that was discovered at Ibuku has been there over 5,000 years, if not tens of thousands of years. We forgot that the evidence of the Uturu cave that has inhabited human beings has been dated as far back as 250,000 years. But yet, somebody that came into Igbo land in 900 AD is trying to tell you that he gave birth to Ali. How? These people have twisted our history and our story. And yet, that is why most of these kingdoms are trying to question our seniority over themselves. But look at the Benin kingdom, like I said. The first Ogiso, when he died and he was replaced with the second Ogiso, that was in 16 AD. 16 AD. The second Ogiso left office in 66 AD. The third one took over. You understand? And had his problem before there was gap in the Benin Dynasty, which lasted for around 280 something years. There was no Ogiso on that throne. The Uturu cave that has inhabited human beings has been dated as far back as 250,000 years. But yet, somebody that came into Igbo land in 900 AD is trying to tell you that he gave birth to Ali. How? These people have twisted our history and our story. And yet, that is why most of these kingdoms are trying to question our seniority over themselves. But look at the Benin kingdom, like I said. The first Ogiso, when he died and he was replaced with the second Ogiso, that was in 16 AD. 16 AD. The second Ogiso left office in 66 AD. The third one took over. You understand? And had his problem before there was gap in the Benin Dynasty, which lasted for around 280 something years. There was no Ogiso on that throne before they came back again and started running the old system which they were running before. So, my brother, it's easy for us to say that some people came from Benin, but the question you ask yourself is that these people that came from Benin, where did they move originally? We have the Onitsha people that came back from Asia. But remember that these were the same people that left Ali Igbo to go and work in bronze metal work. All these brass, all these modes that the Benin people, they have arts, it was done by Igbo people that left, they hired from Ali Igbo to go and work there. And while they were working there, many of them were, put in conditions that they themselves didn't like. Some of them were favored by the Oba, but many were not. And that was why they were all eager to come back home. So when they had the opportunity, they had to leave where they asked them to say, because most of them settled where you call Eshan today. They had to leave that place and come back to Igbo. And that is the Onitsha you are seeing. Not that the Onitsha people are Benin people, no. This was people that left Igbo to work in Benin, bros and metals. These were goldsmiths, ironsmiths that left Igbo to work in Benin. So when their descendants found that the atmosphere was not conducive, they had to come back home. The same thing happened to Ezechima, that left Igbo to go and work, do some spiritual work there. When he had problem with them, he had to also return back home. We are talking about Eka people. We are talking about Anoma people. These are Igbo people. But these people changed their identity immediately after the war. They say the 1966 coup is an Igbo coup. Then Chukwumanzogu, where is he from? Ifeanyi, where is he from? But yet, because if they were not Igbo, they wouldn't have called it an Igbo coup. The whole names that was changed in River State, those names, go and check back. Before 1970, go and check Rumos Krishma, Rumo Mase. Go and check their names before 1970. You will see that they were Igbo names. But immediately after the war, people had to change their names so that they will fit into the narratives, and so that they will have access to federal appointments and also federal allocations. These are Igbo people. So let's stop deceiving ourselves. They are all Igbos.